What's up, millennials? Today we're going to be talking about a company called Nikola, ticker symbol NKLA, which has come down about 60% in the last couple of months. First, I'm going to be giving you a short introduction to this company, just in case you don't know Nikola just yet. Then we'll see what the big investors have to say about Nikola. After that, we're going to be listening to some of the stories of short sellers who are making allegations of fraud. Then we'll hop into the charts to see what the effects of these allegations have been in the last couple of days. And at the end of this video, I'll share with you what I am going to be doing with Nikola. All right, numero uno. Let's take a look at Nikola, okay? This is the homepage of Nikola because if you're a little bit new to the world of investing, you might not know Nikola just yet. It's a relatively new name in the car market, and it's not as famous just yet as companies like Tesla or Ford or Toyota. So it is quite new, but there has been a lot going on with this company. I'm not going to be able to talk about all the drama because there is quite a lot. But let's say Nikola went public by merging with a company back in June this year, 2020, with a company called VectoIQ. So let's just take a look at their website over here. To be honest, I kind of like their products, or at least their look. We've got the Nikola Badger over here, which is their pickup truck. They are also going to be making these semi-trucks, and they want to be an energy company as well. So what it looks like is they want to compete with Tesla. As we can see over here, Nikola has their Nikola Badger, which is their pickup truck. And well, if we look at Tesla, Tesla has a Cybertruck, which is their pickup truck. Then Nikola has a semi-truck as well, the Nikola Tre in this case, and Tesla has a semi as well. But there are many big differences between Nikola and Tesla. Two of the big differences are that Nikola isn't actually producing anything just yet, whereas Tesla already has a lot of vehicles in the market. And apart from that, a big difference between Nikola and Tesla is that Tesla has vehicles that are running on batteries, right? But Nikola is actually using hydrogen to power their vehicles. Okay, numero dos. So we have an introduction of Nikola, and let's just see what the big investors have to say about a company like Nikola. We're going to look at what ARK Invest is going to say about them. ARK Invest is an investing company that is investing in disruptive and innovative companies. And ARK Invest actually has a strategy that is quite similar to my investing strategy. So I really like what they do and what they have to say. So let's just take a look at a small piece of text on the website of ARK Invest about Nikola. Okay, let's read this. Nikola plans to enter the market at an uncompetitive price point. And it states here, Nikola aims to lower the cost of trucking. ARK's research suggests, however, that hydrogen trucks will have a higher total cost of ownership than their battery electrical alternatives, as shown below. So then we have a graph over here. And as we can see, there are three parts, right? We've got the blue part, the orange part, and the gray part. The blue part is actually what it costs to buy a semi-truck. So if we look at the Nikola semi-truck, it's about $188,000. If you look at the Tesla semi, $180,000. So we don't see a lot of difference there. If we look at the gray part, that is the maintenance cost of the semi, it's exactly the same. So Nikola, $46,000, Tesla, $46,000. But the big difference here is the cost of hydrogen versus electricity. If we look at Nikola, the cost of the hydrogen is $230,000, okay? And if we look at Tesla, it's $73,000. So there is a big difference between the total cost of ownership of a semi-truck between Nikola and Tesla. So this could be a very big disadvantage for Nikola because if their truck costs a lot more to own, then people are more inclined to buy a Tesla semi-truck. So número 3, there have been a lot of short sellers, okay? A lot of stories of short sellers who are looking for fraud. In the last couple of days, there have been stories of short sellers for Nikola as well. But what are short sellers? Well, normally if you like a company and you want to buy shares, that means you have a long position, okay? That's just the terminology. And you enter a long position because you think that the share price will go up in the future. But short sellers are the exact opposite. They enter what is called a short position, and that means that they believe that the price will go down in the future. By the way, if you've got Netflix and you like documentaries, you should check out a documentary called Dirty Money, and they have an episode called Drug Short. Check it out. Okay, so why do these short sellers think that the price will go down? Well, here we have a website of a group of people called Hindenburg, and they say the following. Today, we reveal why we believe Nikola is an intricate fraud built on dozens of lies over the course of its founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton's career. So there's a lot of text on this website. I'm just going to scroll down. I don't have time to read anything. But there is one big thing that seemed quite, well, funny and not so funny to me, which is the part in which they talk about the truck in motion. So here we have the part about the Nikola 1 in motion. The Nikola 1 was their first semi-truck, and they posted a video on YouTube. First they posted a tweet, this one. You may or may not see the Nikola truck moving in a commercial soon. That was the tweet that they posted in October 2017. So you may or may not see the truck moving, okay? And then here, in January 2018, we have another tweet saying, behold, the Nikola 1 in motion. And beneath it is a video of the Nikola 1 actually moving, okay? It looks like the truck is moving on its own, that it has its own propulsion system. So a lot of people got excited because of that, because they thought, oh wow, the Nikola 1 is actually using its own propulsion system already. So that looks pretty good. But then it turned out that it wasn't actually using its own propulsion system. As we can read here on the Hindenburg Research website, according to a former employee who spoke with Nikola chief engineer Kevin Link, the video was simply the result of Nikola towing the truck to the top of the hill and rolling it down. So the messages say, yeah, the truck commercial was done. They were planning it before. And I asked Kevin, who was the Nikola chief engineer, I asked Kevin how it was going to work, and he said they would tow it to the top of a super low-grade hill and let it roll. So all of this seems pretty deceptive, right? I mean, they put out tweets saying that their Nikola truck was actually moving, it was in motion, but it was just rolling down a hill. So this website of Hindenburg Research is actually full of these kind of deceptive tricks, so to say. I don't have time to read them all, but you could read them all. I'll put the link down in the description so that you can actually read them all for yourself if you want to. So a few days after the research of Hindenburg was published, they received an answer from Nikola. Nikola answered to 10 of their 53 questions, and they also received an answer to the question about the Nikola 1 in motion. And here we can read that Nikola admitted that its deceptive Nikola 1 in motion video was in fact a video of the semi-truck simply rolling down a hill. That's quite unbelievable if you ask me. I mean, if all these 53 questions are actually deceptions by Nikola, well, I'm not sure if that's a company you can actually trust. Número 4. What do the charts look like? We're actually going to take a look at a very basic line chart. Usually I would use a so-called candlestick chart, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible for now, okay? Let's first take a look at the effect of the merger with VectoIQ back in June 2020. The merger occurred around this point, and then it shot up a lot. Let's just take a look. It shot up about, well, about 135%. That's insane, right? And after that, it just has come down a lot, right? From top to bottom, we see that it has come down about 58% already. And as we just talked about the stories from the short sellers, let's take a look at what the effect was of those stories. Well, the stories were published around this time. So let's just take a look at what that did with the share price of Nikola. It came down about 35% after these stories were published. So all in all, it seems like the merger first resulted in like a sort of pump and dump, right? First they shot up, they pumped up the price, and then everyone just dumps their shares, and now the price is all over here. So numero 5, what am I going to do? Well, I think Nikola has some cool products. I can imagine quite a lot of people buying these products because, I mean, they look pretty cool, right? They do cost quite a lot of money to own, as we have seen before, because hydrogen vehicles are simply more costly to own in comparison to battery vehicles like Tesla. And all these stories of short sellers don't really motivate me either to buy Nikola stock. Plus, we've just seen from the charts that the share price is practically only going down at the moment. So my conclusion is that I'm not going to buy anytime soon. I will just be watching on the sidelines because, hey, who doesn't like a little bit of drama, right? So the only thing that could convince me to buy Nikola stock in the future is if Nikola changed their management team entirely, and if they could just be 100% honest about themselves and their products. Because as we can see on the website of ARK Invest, well, the truth wins.